I don't know how it's kind of showing up on
I
film.
thought it said Wicked. I'm like, Wicked? New show, Wicked.
No, I'm promoting your show.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
you.
Now, is America ready for lead actor Seth Rogen?
Well, they're going to get him whether they like it or not. I hope so. I mean, I think that Seth is, you know, one of the funniest guys I've ever worked with, and he's really sweet and very edgy and likable, and I'm amused. I hope I'm not the only one in that crowd.
So you've known him for how long now?
I've known him since he was 16 years old. So, in a way, I'm like his uncle.
So the laugh hasn't gotten on your nerves yet?
You know, I'm only just now beginning to tune into it.
I keep reading about how you were a lazy director on this film. Could you go into a little bit of detail, or?
Well, not so much a lazy director as much as, you know, I like to give everybody room so that something else happens. I'm not obsessive about, you must say this exactly like that. Hey, you forgot the comma. You're supposed to pause there. I want them to express themselves, and if they can find something new in the material or make an adjustment or add a different line, then I'm all for it. I don't have to be the guy that came up with everything.
Except for the time when it came to, okay, we got to cast this movie. Yes. Just get my family in here.
Yeah, because you know, my wife is the funniest, you know,
scene stealer.
Yeah, she's the best, and so I'm lucky that I can get her, and my kids are adorable. I know my kids are better looking than everyone else's kids.
They were adorable in this film.
Adorable, so and I know they work cheap, so that makes it easier.
But so being non-showbiz kids, though, unless they've been around the showbiz world, but how did they react to suddenly being, I guess, I don't know, directed?
Well, I don't really direct them. I just like sit them down and put food in front of them, and then we roll the cameras, and I try to do it so that they don't actually realize that a scene is happening. They just start talking. I just say, okay, start doing the scene, and they don't have anything to do, but I let them chime in, and slowly they start making a contribution. And
I'm, you know, obviously behind the scenes there's 100 people on there, because I know you. I mean, watching your kids play with Seth, I'm thinking could have been a little dangerous at times.
Yeah, that's because he's large. He could fall on them, or he could eat them. You know, that's you know, he has that kind of, you know, giant's quality. But it's always fun to watch Seth with my kids because he's so uncomfortable, and so that's part of what's funny about the movie is a guy like Seth trying to figure out how to deal with babies. I was more
talking about the trampoline scene. I kept thinking, you know, my kids on a trampoline was, I don't know, a little bit much. So, can we talk about the Knott's Berry Farm experience?
Well, I've been going to Knott's Berry Farm since I was a kid, so, you know, we wanted to shoot an opening sequence on a roller coaster, and Jay Baruchel said I don't want to go on the roller coaster because I have panic attacks. So I manipulated him and forced him to go on the roller coaster, and then he had a panic attack, and so we shot the rest of it without him, and then the other guys were vomiting literally all day. Yeah. And then I went on 5 times to prove that they were wimps, and I didn't vomit, so that's...
Movie wraps, real quickly.
Oh, sorry.
Movie wrap, my last question.
Yeah,
movie wraps. Doc Brown pulls up in his DeLorean. You can get in. Yes. What would you go back and do differently?
What would I go back and do differently if I could have a time machine? I have just so many sexual experiences that went badly. I wish I could turn them around somehow and lose the shame that still sits on my shoulders at night.
Yeah, but I bet there's more movies in those stories.
Yes.
Thank you.